20 plus tips and tricks to help you master PUBG Mobile. PUBG Mobile continues to be one of the leading mobile games around the globe. It has managed to earn over $3.5 billion in player spendings ever since its launch in 2018, out of which over $500 million were made in just 72 days earlier this year. According to a report by Sensor Tower, PUBG Mobile is also the top-grossing battle royale game, beating the likes of Garena, Free Fire, Knives Out, Fortnite, and Call of Duty Mobile. Now, if you are still playing the game and want to improve your skills, we have just the guide for you. Here are some valuable tips that can help you earn that chicken dinner. Looting in PUBG Mobile. You need to be very efficient when it comes to looting. Make quick decisions and do not spend much time picking up items. It is best to keep moving while grabbing items as you see and discard the ones you don't need later in the game. If you have enemies in your area, quickly grab a gun and some protection. Ammunition. Managing ammunition can get tricky. Pick up all types of ammo in the first few minutes of the game, until you find a good set of weapons that you are satisfied with. You should drop any unnecessary ammo from your bag to make space for other items. We also suggest marking the ammo that you have dropped, in case your teammate finds it useful. Keep a constant eye on the amount of ammo you are carrying and keep looting crates of enemies as you progress in the game. Also, make sure that you keep reloading your gun to avoid delays in between battles. Share resources. It's a good habit to share your loot with teammates. There is no point in hoarding items if you have no use, rather pass it on to someone who might actually need it. Mark items on the ground and inform teammates about them, especially if you find extra ammo, scopes, or heals. Use the best graphics settings. PUBG Mobile is a resource-intensive game. Most flagship phones and tablets should offer you the highest level of graphics. Our advice is to set your settings to smooth along with the maximum frame rate available for your device. Currently, 90 FPS is the highest setting, which makes the gameplay quite fluid. Of course, you would need a phone or tablet that comes with a 90 Hz refresh rate display or above. A faster frame rate also means that the game will respond faster to your commands. Headphones are a must. PUBG Mobile is a lot more than just gunfights and explosions. You need to be very careful about enemies lurking around, especially the ones who camp. Having a good pair of headphones ensures that you can hear enemies approaching you on foot or in vehicles. Using headphones can also help you get a fair idea of gunshots fired nearby, so you can be alert for a potential incoming attack. Moreover, headphones are a must if you are playing the game with your friends for effective communication. Voice command presets. On PUBG Mobile. If you are playing as a duo or squad, you need to actively communicate with your teammates. The game comes with preloaded voice commands that you can quickly access, which makes it easier to communicate. Some of these commands also come with the ability to drop a marker. This makes it easier for other players in your team to pinpoint the location of enemies, vehicles, loot items, and so on. In-game voice chat. Of course, the best and most effective way to communicate is to use the in-game voice chat option. Before you leave your mic on, make sure that you are not playing in a noisy environment, as it can be very distracting for the rest of the players in your team. There are toggles to quickly switch your mic on and off, or you can rely on the tap to speak option. Additionally, use the compass that is on the top to give precise directions to your crew. Third-person view. We can't stress this enough, but make good use of the third-person view to your advantage. Don't rush to attack your opponents, instead wait for them behind a wall and let them approach you. Attack your enemy when they are most vulnerable and unaware of your location. There is a learning curve to efficiently killing an enemy using a third-person view. But once you have a fair idea, you will gain the confidence of performing a clutch and finishing a full squad all by yourself. Pre-firing or shooting right before you get the enemy in your aim has its benefits. By doing so, not only are you reducing the reaction time for your enemy to attack you, your bullets are expected to land faster and effectively. This is best for close-range fights and does not apply to bolt-action sniper rifles. Underrated weapons. On PUBG Mobile, the game offers a wide variety of weapons, and while some might look useless, they can be very deadly. Do not underestimate the ability of shotguns, or some of the SMGs like Uzi and UMP-45. They can be your lifesaver in the early stages of the game. Peek and fire. Do not expose yourself, especially when you know there is an enemy sniper around. Use the peek option, which is available under basic settings. It is switched off by default, so make sure you enable it. There are additional settings for the peek option, so try to experiment with these as well. Notice your surroundings. Having a keen eye is very important. All doors are closed when the game starts, so if you see one that is open, it means someone has been there. You can confirm this by checking the available loot in that area. How to run fast. The best way to run fast is by putting away your weapon. You can also consume some boosters like painkillers or energy drinks to increase your pace. Red zone and blue zone. The red zone is a randomly placed area on the map and should be avoided at all costs. Take cover until the zone clears, else you could be blown away by the bombs dropping from the sky. As for the blue zone, the first 2 circles do not inflict a lot of damage, so don't panic. It is the last few circles that you need to worry about. Single fire mode. There are certain guns that can be used to fire a single shot instead of burst or automatic. This means you need to constantly tap the fire button. Now, that might sound inconvenient, but it can be beneficial in certain situations, especially if you have a DMR weapon or the M16A4. Auto-pick. PUBG Mobile offers the ability to auto-pick items. You can enable or disable this feature from the settings and even set the limit for ammo, recovery items, throwables, and scopes. This can be really handy as it avoids picking up every single item on the ground and saving crucial space in your backpack. Avoid getting shot. If you are being shot at, do not run in a straight line. Try to zigzag and jump around to avoid the bullets. If an enemy has shot you from a distance, laying down is the worst thing that you can do. Try to get cover and immediately look at the mini-map to get an idea of the direction from where the shot was taken. Gyroscope. PUBG Mobile can make use of your phone's gyroscope. It does have a learning curve, but once you get the hang of it, you will have much better control over your aiming and gun recoil. You can enable it by heading to Settings, Basic, and fine-tune it by going to Settings, Sensitivity. Use vehicles wisely. There are various vehicles that you can use in the game. Be mindful while driving, as it is easy for enemies to spot you because of the noise they make. You also need to keep an eye on the health bar of your vehicle, or you might end up in a pile of roasted junk. It is also a good habit to carry a gas can so you can refuel your vehicle when required.